15 black celebrities who underwent gender transition that will shock you. What if the most glamorous red carpets and historic Hollywood milestones were actually built on a hidden foundation of unimaginable rejection and absolute survival? Prepare to have your entire perspective shattered, because today we are uncovering the breathtaking truths behind the most extraordinary transformations in entertainment history. These brilliant individuals did not just change their own destinies, they forced a rigidly stubborn society to finally open its eyes to absolute fierce authenticity. Welcome to American Icon Stories, where we bring you the most powerful untold journeys that redefine history. Before we reveal whose jaw-dropping path changed the world forever, make sure to hit that subscribe button and join our incredible community for more unforgettable deep dives. Michaela J. Rodriguez, 35. Age now. Imagine facing a world that tells you your deepest dreams are impossible just because you courageously decided to embrace your truest self. This is the exact reality Michaela J. Rodriguez faced and ultimately conquered. Now, 35 years old, she stands as a towering beacon of hope and extraordinary talent in the entertainment industry. Born in Newark, she always held a burning passion for the stage and screen, but her unique journey of personal transformation meant she had to fight twice as hard for every single opportunity she was given. Casting directors often closed doors, but she refused to let those harsh rejections define her ultimate destiny. She poured her entire soul into theater and music, trusting deeply that her undeniable talent would eventually break through those heavy industry barriers. That fierce persistence finally paid off when she landed the defining role of Blanca in the groundbreaking television series Pose. She did not just play a character, she brought an immense warmth and quiet leadership that captured the hearts of millions around the globe. Her captivating performance shattered thick glass ceilings, leading to a truly historic moment in 2022, when she became the first woman of her beautifully authentic, lived experience to win a prestigious Golden Globe for Best Actress. Beyond that gleaming award, she has absolutely dominated the theatrical stage in productions like Little Shop of Horrors, proving her artistic range knows absolutely no limits. Today at 35, Michaela is much more than a celebrated Hollywood star. She is a powerful voice for inclusion and self-love. She constantly encourages the next generation to step into their own brilliant light without fear or hesitation, while reminding us all that unwavering resilience combined with raw talent can change the entire world. Laverne Cox, 54. Age now. What happens when the world refuses to see you, but you refuse to remain invisible? This is the powerful story of Laverne Cox, who at 54 years of age now has completely redefined what it means to be a trailblazer in modern television. Growing up in Mobile, Alabama, her childhood was heavily marked by profound isolation as she boldly expressed her radiant feminine spirit in a place not yet ready to understand her personal truth. She found her earliest refuge in the beautiful art of dance, using movement to heal deep emotional scars and build an unbreakable inner strength that would later carry her to unimaginable heights. After years of studying fine arts and navigating an industry that offered almost zero space for women, of her beautifully authentic lived experience, everything dramatically shifted in 2013. Her groundbreaking casting in Orange is the New Black was not just another acting gig, it was a monumental cultural reset. She brought breathtaking humanity and fierce dignity to a role that shattered long-standing stereotypes, earning her a historic Primetime Emmy nomination that forever changed Hollywood history. Just a year later, she graced the iconic cover of Time magazine, sparking a massive global awakening about the importance of living your most genuine reality. But Laverne refused to stop at mere visibility. She brilliantly transformed her massive platform into a powerful megaphone, producing insightful documentaries and delivering passionate speeches, demanding justice and safety for marginalized communities everywhere. At 54, she continues to prove that true courage is not always loud, but is found in the quiet daily decision to step fully into your own brilliant light, even when the world is still catching up to your extraordinary shine. Dominique Jackson, 51, age now. Imagine leaving your entire homeland behind with nothing but a fierce determination to finally be seen for who you truly are. This is the breathtaking reality of Dominique Jackson, who at 51 years of age now stands as an undeniable powerhouse of resilience and royal elegance. Born on the vibrant island of Tobago, she grew up surrounded by a deeply conservative environment where embracing her personal truth came with devastating emotional costs. Facing heartbreaking rejection from society, she made the incredibly brave choice to cross the ocean and start completely over in the United States. Her early days were overwhelmingly difficult, filled with housing insecurity and endless dark nights, wondering if her bold dreams would ever materialize. But destiny had other plans. She eventually discovered her chosen family and unbreakable confidence within the legendary ballroom scene of New York City, transforming her struggles into a fierce runway walk that commanded absolute respect. That undeniable, majestic presence ultimately led to her unforgettable acting breakthrough, playing the fiercely authoritative Electra Abundance in the hit series Pose. Through that iconic performance, Dominique brought a raw, magnetic authenticity that forced the entire world to witness the triumphs and trials of beautifully resilient women like herself. Beyond the glowing television screen, she uses her powerful voice to fight against housing inequality and social injustice, ensuring others do not have to endure the same harsh paths she once walked. Now, at 51, Dominique Jackson is much more than a stunning model and celebrated actress. She is a living testament that you can rise from the ashes of rejection to build an empire of absolute truth and inspire millions to reclaim their own magnificent power. Andrea Moore, 31, age now. Can you imagine turning a childhood filled with heartbreaking instability into a radiant global beacon of hope? This is the awe-inspiring journey of Andrea Moore, who at 31 years of age now shines as a phenomenal force of fearless authenticity. Growing up in the vibrant yet challenging streets of the Bronx, they faced a profoundly difficult early life marked by severe rejection and extended periods of housing insecurity simply for bravely honoring their inner truth. Finding themselves navigating the daunting foster care system they held onto, a quiet but unbreakable belief that their life was destined for something far greater than mere daily survival. That fierce determination led them first into the dazzling world of high fashion modeling, where they quickly began dismantling outdated beauty standards and appearing in major international campaigns. Yet their true monumental breakthrough arrived when they stepped into the unforgettable role of Angel in the hit television phenomenon, Pose. Portraying a young ambitious dreamer navigating complex love and deep vulnerability, they delivered a performance so raw and breathtakingly honest that it instantly captured the collective heart of audiences worldwide. But India absolutely refused to stop at mainstream acting success. They have passionately utilized their massive spotlight to fight tirelessly for equal rights healthcare access and the vital importance of marginalized individuals holding the pen to tell their own authentic stories. Their fierce activism is never just for show. It is deeply rooted in personal survival and a profound, lifelong commitment to uplifting others. Today, at 31, India Moore is much more than a stunning model and gifted performer. They have become a powerful guiding voice for an entire generation, proving that your past struggles do not dictate your future, but can instead become the unshakable foundation for an incredibly triumphant and deeply inspiring destiny. T.S. Madison, 48, age now. What does it take to build an absolute empire when the world initially refused to give you a single seat at the table? You are about to discover the extraordinary resilience of T.S. Madison, who at 48 years of age now stands as an undeniable powerhouse of entrepreneurial brilliance and magnetic charisma. Born in the vibrant city of Miami, Florida, she came of age during an intensely difficult era when proudly living her beautiful personal truth meant facing overwhelming social judgment and severe financial hardship. Yet instead of allowing those towering daily obstacles to extinguish her bright shining light, she cultivated a fierce, unapologetic confidence that would eventually become her absolute greatest superpower. Long before mainstream media was genuinely ready to celebrate her vibrant existence, she fearlessly carved out her own unique lane on the internet. A boldly hilarious and remarkably candid online video unexpectedly catapulted her into massive viral fame. But unlike so many fleeting internet stars, she possessed the sharp strategic business mindset to transform that sudden attention into a long-lasting media empire. She masterfully evolved into a highly successful actress, producer, and trailblazing entrepreneur, making absolute television history when she became the very first woman of her beautiful lived experience to exclusively executive produce and star in her own reality series. She completely bypassed traditional Hollywood gatekeepers, offering loyal audiences an unfiltered, inspiring look at her magnificent triumphs and complex daily challenges. Beyond the glowing glitz of entertainment, she stands as a fierce, passionate advocate for financial independence, constantly empowering marginalized communities to build their own thriving businesses and bravely own their powerful personal narratives. At 48 TS, Madison consistently proves that true, lasting success does not come from quietly waiting for society to accept you. It comes from boldly kicking down the heavy doors and proudly building your own spectacular mansion of absolute truth. Peppermint, 47, age now. Imagine possessing a magnificent, vibrant talent so incredibly undeniable that it literally changes the prestigious landscape of American theater. This is the glorious reality of Peppermint, who at 47 years of age now reigns supreme as a spectacular, multifaceted artist and a fierce, trailblazing legend. Born in Pennsylvania, she learned very early on that proudly expressing her radiant true identity would require moving mountains. Having encountered steep prejudice and intense misunderstanding in mainstream spaces, she beautifully found her chosen family and boundless artistic freedom within the legendary drag and ballroom communities of New York City. There she meticulously sharpened her spectacular live performance skills, building a massive devoted following drawn to her powerhouse vocals and razor-sharp magnetic wit. Her dazzling national breakthrough spectacularly arrived when she competed on the hit television phenomenon, RuPaul's Drag Race, becoming the very first contestant to openly celebrate her beautiful lived experience before the cameras even started rolling. Her radiant warmth and incredible honesty instantly captured hearts all across the globe. But her majestic journey was only just beginning. In an absolutely stunning, historic achievement, she proudly marched onto the legendary Broadway stage, starring in the vibrant musical Head Over Heels. She spectacularly became the first woman of her beautifully authentic journey to originate a principal theatrical role on those iconic, prestigious stages. shattering massive theatrical barriers forever. Beyond her breathtaking music and acting, she stands as a deeply respected vocal advocate for equal rights, constantly uplifting marginalized communities through her passionate public outreach. At 47, Peppermint brilliantly demonstrates that true artistic success is measured not only by personal applause, but by the massive, glorious doors you forcefully open for the next generation of dreamers. Angelica Ross, 45. Age now. What happens when you are pushed to the absolute edge of survival and decide to completely rewrite the code of your own glorious destiny? This is the breathtaking, phenomenal story of Angelica Ross, who at 45 years of age now stands as an unstoppable, brilliant force of technological innovation and spectacular artistic excellence. Raised in the quiet town of Kenosha, Wisconsin, she faced an incredibly harsh reality after bravely embracing her authentic, beautiful identity, navigating deeply painful periods of housing insecurity and extreme financial struggle while desperately searching for a brighter tomorrow. Rather than surrendering to those towering dark obstacles, she boldly took control of her entire future by remarkably teaching herself complex computer programming, brilliantly recognizing that the digital space could become her ultimate golden key to absolute independence. That genius visionary pivot led her to proudly found an extraordinary, empowering organization dedicated entirely to helping others within her vibrant community master vital tech skills and secure meaningful, lasting professional careers. But her magnificent journey absolutely did not stop at inspiring tech entrepreneurship. She fiercely pursued her deep, lifelong passion for acting, ultimately delivering a stunningly unforgettable breakthrough. Television performance playing the fiercely resilient Candy in the magnificent hit series Pose. She continuously propelled her spectacular ascent by starring in the massively popular American Horror Story and later shattered massive theatrical barriers by making brilliant Broadway history as Roxy Hart in the legendary, iconic musical Chicago Beyond. The glowing bright lights of Hollywood, she remains a fierce, passionate advocate for economic empowerment, constantly reminding the entire world that true, lasting freedom fundamentally comes from building your own strong table. Today, at 45, Angelica Ross powerfully proves that when society tries to deny you a clear path, you can brilliantly code an entirely new, dazzling universe for yourself and for countless others. Janet Mock, 43, age now. Can you imagine possessing a voice so incredibly powerful that it literally forces the entire world to stop and rewrite its own deeply flawed narratives? You are about to witness the extraordinary, monumental impact of Janet Mock, who at 43 years of age now stands as one of the most remarkably influential storytellers and cultural trailblazers of our modern generation. Born in the beautiful tropical landscapes of Honolulu, Hawaii, she spent much of her difficult childhood navigating severe financial hardship while desperately trying to understand her glowing inner truth in a society that offered zero visible reflections of her beautifully authentic journey. She began honoring her true, radiant self during her challenging teenage years, facing immense social hurdles that would eventually become the rock-solid foundation of her incredible public legacy. Rather than hiding those painful early chapters, she bravely transformed her complex lived reality into a massive global catalyst for profound education and boundless empathy. After building a spectacular career in mainstream journalism, she released a breathtakingly honest best-selling memoir that sent absolute shockwaves through the literary world, providing countless hopeful readers with a stunning portrait of brilliant resilience. Her massive cultural influence expanded even further when she brought her visionary genius to the groundbreaking television phenomenon Pose. She made absolute staggering history by becoming the very first woman of her beautiful lived experience to ever write and direct episodes for a major network series, ensuring that vital, rich stories were told with unparalleled respect and spectacular historical accuracy. Beyond her phenomenal television success, she fights passionately for underrepresented voices, demanding that marginalized creators always hold the powerful pen. Today, at 43, Janet Mock stands as a majestic, brilliant pioneer, proving that sharing your most vulnerable truth can majestically transform the entire global landscape. Miss Major Griffin Gracie, 85. Age now. What does it truly mean to dedicate your entire beautiful existence to fighting for those society has completely left behind? You are about to discover the monumental living legacy of Miss Major Griffin Gracie, who at 85 years of age now reigns as an absolute magnificent icon of unwavering justice and profound community love. Born in the bustling city of Chicago, she came of age during an incredibly harsh era when simply existing in her beautiful, authentic truth meant facing severe, relentless prejudice and deeply painful systemic barriers. She endured devastating periods of housing insecurity and immense hardship, yet she magically transformed that profound personal pain into an unstoppable, lifelong crusade for ultimate equality. She was courageously standing right on the legendary front lines during the historic Stonewall Uprising, making absolute history while fighting fiercely for human dignity. But while some historical figures eventually faded from the bright public eye, she rolled up her sleeves and dedicated decades to doing the quiet, grueling work that truly saves lives. She focused her massive golden heart on fiercely protecting the most vulnerable individuals, especially those unfairly targeted within harsh institutional systems. By leading incredible grassroots organizations and proudly establishing deeply supportive community havens, she has provided essential housing, crucial healthcare, and boundless healing for countless souls desperately seeking a safe harbor. Unlike conventional celebrities, whose massive influence is measured purely by glowing awards, her spectacular legacy is beautifully defined by decades of direct, compassionate service and fierce, unwavering mentorship. Today, at 85, Miss Major stands as a breathtaking, towering monument of hope, powerfully reminding us all that the most spectacular, monumental change is built through years of fearless dedication and an absolute refusal to ever abandon your chosen family. Maya Taylor, 35. Age now. How do you survive a deeply unforgiving world when you are forced to navigate the incredibly harsh streets just to stay alive? This is the awe-inspiring, magnificent journey of Maya Taylor, who at 35 years of age now stands as a spectacular, glowing testament to the sheer, undeniable power of raw, cinematic talent. Born in the sprawling city of Houston, Texas, she faced a truly heartbreaking early reality where boldly expressing her glowing inner truth meant confronting immediate rejection and devastating periods of housing insecurity. Those immensely difficult days forced her to mature at a staggering pace, yet they also forged a fierce, unbreakable determination deep within her beautiful spirit. Instead of surrendering to those towering dark shadows, she held onto a quiet, burning belief that one single golden opportunity could completely change her entire universe. That miraculous moment spectacularly arrived when she was cast in the groundbreaking independent cinematic masterpiece, Tangerine Shot. Almost entirely on a simple smartphone, she delivered a breathtakingly authentic performance as Alexandra infusing the role with brilliant humor, deep vulnerability, and soaring emotional honesty. Audiences and strict critics alike were absolutely mesmerized by her radiant natural screen presence, leading to an astonishing historic triumph. She shattered massive industry ceilings by winning a highly prestigious independent film award, becoming the very first woman of her beautifully authentic lived experience to ever capture such a massive major cinematic honor. Beyond her spectacular acting breakthrough, she continues to fiercely advocate for genuine casting and authentic storytelling, constantly encouraging vulnerable youth to never stop believing in their own magnificent magic. Today, at 35, Maya Taylor remains a breathtaking, trailblazing luminary, proving that extraordinary, phenomenal talent can rise triumphantly from even the most difficult beginnings. CC McDonald, 37. Age now. What happens when absolute ordinary life collides with unimaginable adversity and forces you to become a monumental symbol of survival and systemic reform? You are about to discover the profoundly moving, deeply inspiring journey of CC McDonald, who, at 37 years of age, now stands as a spectacular, towering icon of fierce human resilience. Unlike many celebrated public figures whose incredible legacy was built under the bright glowing lights of Hollywood, her extraordinary, profound impact was forged in the incredibly intense fires of the American legal system. Growing up navigating severe societal hurdles, she boldly embraced her radiant true identity in a world that often refuses to offer basic safety. Her entire universe drastically changed during a highly publicized, deeply complex incident where she bravely defended her own beautiful life against overwhelming hostility. The ensuing heartbreaking legal battle and her subsequent unjust incarceration sparked a massive, roaring national dialogue, exposing deep systemic inequalities and igniting a fierce global movement for profound systemic transformation. Her astonishing courage behind those cold prison walls captured the collective heart of civil rights advocates everywhere, eventually leading to the highly acclaimed, powerful documentary Free CC, which brilliantly introduced her staggering resilience to a massive global audience. After proudly walking free, she miraculously transformed her profound personal trauma into a passionate, lifelong crusade for sweeping institutional reform, passionately advocating for the safety and fundamental dignity of vulnerable individuals trapped within rigid, harsh systems. Today, at 37, CC McDonald remains an absolute breathtaking inspiration, powerfully reminding the entire world that the most spectacular, monumental change is often driven not by traditional celebrity, but by the awe-inspiring, unbreakable courage of everyday heroes fighting fiercely for ultimate justice. We have reached the end of this incredibly powerful journey, but the cultural shockwaves these brilliant trailblazers created are only just beginning to reshape our world. Every single one of these spectacular icons walk through immense fire to shatter unbreakable glass ceilings and claim their absolute right to exist authentically. Thank you for experiencing this breathtaking ride with us here at American Icon Stories. If their fierce resilience moved your spirit, please like this video, subscribe to our channel, and drop your thoughts below. Now we want to hear your absolute honest opinion. Do you think the entertainment industry has genuinely changed to embrace true, authentic representation? Or are these spectacular, historic milestones just temporary, symbolic gestures